JC, Mastermind Partners, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. Queen Esther, Wonder Moses. Okay, I see you, I see you, I see you. As you come in, mute yourself. Mbami, you need to mute yourself. Maka, you need to mute yourself and turn on your camera. I can only see 3 cameras turned on. Admin has my express permission to take you out of this room if your camera is not on. In this room, there's going to be following instructions. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me, by the way. I think you can hear me. You should hear me. As you come in, mute yourself and turn on your camera. I want to see your face. But let's mute ourselves. I see you, Afoma. I see you, Dara. All right. When you turn on your camera, you will see me too. All right, turn on your camera, guys. I just finished with the little ones and it was so exciting. Turn on your camera. We have just 1 hour here, so let's not waste time. Let's get to the business of the day. Don't let your camera waste our time. Afoma, turn on your camera. Obore, Obo, Agueri, Josephine, turn on your camera. Dara, turn on your camera, except you are in the toilets. If not, turn on your camera. Gloria, Adebisi, turn on your camera. All right, make sure you also have your name. So when I'm calling you, I'm calling your name, not your parent. Wanda, is that my Wanda? Is that my mastermind Wanda? Let me know.
Yes, yeah. That's looking
Turn
like
on your camera.
Sit down.
All righty. You're going to see me in 1 minute. Turn on your camera. Wanda Moses, Gloria, turn on your camera. Josephine Agueri, turn on your camera. All right, guys. All right, and so you have me on your screen. Good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Where are you watching or where are you joining me from? Let me see you. Tell me in the chat room. Hi, guys. Chiamaka, are you in your school uniform?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you in school?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I see 2 people, but I only see Chiamaka's name. All right. How are you guys doing? Hello. All right. How is everybody doing? Where is everybody? Why do I have only 12 people here? Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Let me ask them in that group. Where all of them are. We just get in there. I think we're joking in that space. We just go in there to come and joke. Where is everybody? All right, guys, how are you doing? All right, share with me how you're doing today. Just share with me how you're doing. Share with me. Go to the comments, to the chat room and share with me. I'm doing great. I'm having a good day. Just share with
Okay, if I should continue, let me go to
group. Okay. Are you sharing with me how you're doing?
Yes, I'll also need to go to me.
To me, to you. All right, we will start in 1 minute. Let's just find where every other person is. We will start in 1 minute.
Was it this one?
Yes, no.
This one? Yeah.
You need to mute yourself.
Is...
Mute yourself. Mute yourself. I just want your camera on, not your voices. Mute yourself. 8 to 10-year-olds, please join. So this is for 9 to 13.
Yes, we are 10.
All right, guys. All right, so we move. Admin, do I have my slide, please? Can I have my slide? All right, guys, welcome to this. Welcome to this 3 days masterclass. You are so special that you're already having master classes. When I was your age, I didn't have any master classes. All right. I just went to school, came back, and ate food and all of that. But look at you. You are so privileged. You are so blessed. Your advantages are so many that your parents go out of their way, above and beyond, to make sure that you have every beautiful thing. I am doing great. Thank you, Mbami. All right. So, Mbami, I had one Mbami, the other missing. So I'm sure this is an older sibling, right? All right. I would like you to put your name. I am fine. Just I've got my mother so angry. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. You need to start tracing the things that you do that make your mother angry. Okay. This is part of why we are here. We want to be aware. We want to be aware. All right, guys. So yes, we have a lot to unpack. So let's get to it. All right. My name is Auntie Mary Beth. For those of you who don't know me, some of you here know me because you are masterminds. So some of you here are mastermind partners. Some kids here are my partners. Okay, I will tell you a little about the mastermind later. But my name is Mary Beth, and you can call me Auntie Mary Beth. You can call me Coach Mary Beth. Some of your parents call me Mentor Mom, but you and I have got special bonds. So you can call me Auntie Mary Beth and you can call me Coach Mary Beth. All right. So yes, and I am here for a special mission. That's why I'm having this 3 days class with you, because I am not happy that a lot of us are growing and we are not allowing ourselves to think. It was Thomas Edison that said that, do you know that only 5% of human beings actually think? 25% of human beings think that they are thinking, but they are actually not even thinking. The rest would rather die than think. So it means that every time you see 10 people, right? In fact, 10 people, I don't even know how to do that statistics with the 10. But what it means is if you see 100 people, it means it's only maybe 5 of them that are thinking. Only 25%, only 25 of them, they think they are thinking, but they're not even thinking. Rejoice and delight, how are you? All right, they're not even thinking. Then the rest of them, they go through their entire life. They don't even think.
Okay.
Now, a lot of us think that we're thinking, but we're not thinking. I'll give you one way you know that you're not thinking. When you stay in a room and the room is messed up, and you don't even know that the room is messed up, until you don't know that the room is a mess, until mommy comes in and says, can you not see that this is like this? It means you're not even thinking about it. Because if you were thinking about it, then you will see it. So the truth about it is a lot of us actually do not think. So just mute yourself. It doesn't matter where you are. Please just mute yourself so that you don't distract other people and you can all hear me. When it's time for you to unmute, I will let you know so that you can unmute and talk to me. So guys, a lot of us are not thinking. We think that we're thinking, but we're not even thinking. Now, I want you to start thinking. Guys, I want you boys and girls to start thinking. That is why I'm having this class. I want to teach you to start thinking, because if you don't think, it means the world is going to suffer. Many years from now, we won't have great inventors, we won't have great leaders, we won't have great impact makers, because we are raising a generation of people who are not thinking. So it means if you're not thinking, you're just going to be looking for other people to think for you. You are going to be waiting for other people to solve all the problems. You will not solve any problem, because for you to solve a problem, you have to be thinking. For you to solve a problem, you must think about the problem, you must think about the solution, and you must think of the best way to attack the problem with the solution. So I want you, because I want you to become part of the 5% of people who think. This is why I'm having this class. so that I can start getting you to start thinking. All right? Now, two, some of us, a lot of us, we go to school. Okay, I can see some of you are still in school, but a lot of us are already on holiday. So now you have your report cards. You have your report cards. You know how you have done this school year. So it means that we have grown. A lot, we have all grown in this year. There is none of you who hasn't grown. Everybody has grown. You have grown in your body physically. You have grown in your mind. You have grown in your academics. You have grown in your spiritual life. You have grown in every area of your life. You have grown in your personal life and personal development. You have even grown in your home, how you do the things in your home and what you do at home. You have grown. But you know the sad part? You don't even know that you have grown. You are not even aware that you have grown. You are not even aware of how much you have grown. I want you to start understanding that. I want you to start tracing. I want you to be able to say, you know something, I used to be like this. I am like this right now. Meaning you are aware of yourself. Guys, say aware of myself. I need you to do this. I am aware of myself. Do that. I am aware of myself. Yes. I want you to be aware. Yes. Do you know why you need to be aware? Because when you are aware of yourself, nobody can tell you who you are not. If you are aware of yourself, you know what you are capable of. You know what you're capable of, yes. You know what you can do. You know your strength. You know the things that you are struggling with. And how, I mean, you have to know what you're struggling with first before we know how to help you or how you can help yourself become better. So when you are aware, you know your strength, you know your capacity, you know who you are, you know that you are beautiful inside, you know that you are beautiful outside. So you know this, nobody can come and whine you. Nobody can come and tell you less. Nobody can say anything and you are sad because they said. Who are they? Who them be? Do you understand? So when you know yourself, no one can say, oh, because you are slim, so you are this. Because you have, I mean, you're plump, you are this. They don't tell you, tell them, get out of my way. Do you know who I am? So I want you to be so aware of yourself that you can say to anybody, do you know who I am? Like, not because of who your father is. I'm not talking about your father. I'm not talking about your mother. Do you know who me, as I am like this? Do you know who me, as I am like the only me by myself? Do you know who I, Dara or Dorothy or JD, do you know who I am? So when you know who you are, people don't tell you who you are because you know already. So when people say you're smart, you be like, yeah, thank you, I know. Do you know it's not pride? You are not proud. You're not proud. When someone says you're so brilliant, yeah, thank you very much. I know. I know. You're not proud. You know. When they say, oh, you have great ideas, thank you very much. I know. When they say you are so knowledgeable, yeah, thank you very much. I read books. I know. When they tell you these things, you know. It's not you're beautiful, yeah. No, you are beautiful in every way, in your head, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your words, in your everything. You're beautiful. So this is why we're having this class, because I want you to be able to stop and review. I want you to be able to stop and reflect. So in this class, we are going to be reflecting and we are going to be aware of ourselves. So these are the two goals that we have here. We're going to be stopping to reflect on the last 1 year or the last school year. Now, this is not just about your academics, but from September to from the beginning of the school term to the end of the school term is just a way that we want to put a time frame, okay? We want to put a timeline around it. So this is not just about your academics, it's about every area of your life, okay? So I'm going to tell you the areas that we're going to be looking at in this session. Now, because we know that we don't have all the time, we're not going to answer all the questions I'm asking in this class. I'm going to send you a form, and each of you is going to fill that form. Okay, but in the meantime, I hope you have your jotter, because it'd be nice to take notes. Always take notes, okay? Always think on paper. Always take notes on paper. Always create drafts on paper. I know a lot of you like gadgets, you like your computer, but I need you to learn how to think on paper, okay? Always think on paper. So have your jotter. So these are the areas that we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at your academic growth. We're going to be looking at your academic journey from September of last year to right now. Sorry about that. I want you to look at your academic journey and ask yourself, how have I grown? Okay? In that form, the form will take you through different parameters. You guys are big boys and girls, so I'm speaking big English for you. Okay? It's going to take you around different criteria or different areas. Okay? So the form is going to break it down to different areas. How have you grown in the last school year academically? How did you do in your math? How did you do in science? How did you do in other vocational areas? How have you grown in your core subjects in school? I need you to pay attention to that. Look at it. Who are those who supported you this year to grow? And when I say how have you grown, I don't mean, it doesn't matter if you came tops in your class or you came 5th, 8th, 10th, 12th, or 20. You have grown. You must have moved from one point to the other. And that's what growth is, moving from point A to point B. Now, some of us have not done very well this school year, and our parents are probably not very happy with us. But trust me, at the end of this class, I'm going to be saying to your parents, it's okay. We can move as far as you have moved from point 1 to point 2. You have grown. But you see, this 2025 to 2026, you are going to leap because now you are aware. Okay? So this last year, you moved from point 1 to point B, and it's fine. You tried. Well done. In fact, I want you to do this and pat yourself and say, well done, because I'm sure you must have worked hard. No matter what your outcome is, say well done to yourself. Okay. Now, but you see this 25 to 2026, oh my goodness, even you will shock yourself, because when you are aware and you are able to reflect and you're able to review your journey, then you begin to fly because of the things that we will put in place. And that's the goal. The goal is to take you to the next level. The goal is to teach you to begin to dream like lions, to dream without being afraid. The goal is to go to that voice in your head that tells you that you're not as smart as the rest of them and tell them you lie. The goal is to tell that voice in your head, you lie. I know who I am. I have been sleeping. I have been slowing. I have been dragging my feet, but you see now, I fly. So you see, starting from this holiday, we will start by arranging the holiday first. So by the time it is time to go back to school, you are ready. You will go and you will fly academically. So that's what we're doing here. Okay? So we're going to go through that. Where are the areas that you have grown? Which area did you grow the most? Is it in math? Is it in science? Is it in vocational studies? Whatever it is, you're going to write it down. Who were the people who supported you? Who was that teacher? Who was that parent? Who is that person that supported you the most, that helped you? You have not thought about it before. I want you to start thinking about it. Because remember, I said at the beginning, my job in this class is to make you start thinking. I want you to start thinking. So who are those who have helped you to get there? You will look for that person. You will think about it and you put down, my biggest support this year was this person. Because now we want to see what this person was, how this person supported you, so that your parents can either become like that or look for people who can support you like that in the school year, since that person works or that person's support works for you.
Understand.
Now, the next one is we're going to be looking at the people who made you the most afraid, the ones who supported you the least. They maybe did not beat you or whatever, but they just made you, they were people who did not allow you grow. People who, I need you to, we need to look at it, because we need to look at the kind of environment that you are in that does not allow you to thrive, that does not allow you to be your best version. And your environment also includes the people So we will look at it. Is it that classmate in your class that bullied you? Whatever it is, the people that challenged you the most in this school year, or that were the biggest obstacle for you in this school year. I need you to identify this. I hope you're taking notes.
That didn't help us.
Take notes. Okay? So the people who were your biggest limitations, call it that way, your biggest limitations, the people who hindered you, or the person who hindered you the most, I need you to pay attention to that also. Remember, the people who helped you become the most and those who hindered you the most. What we're doing is it's not these people. We're not going to go and fight them. We just want to know the kind of things or the kind of support that you get that works, and the kind of support or the kind of things that people do that actually doesn't even allow you grow. It could be a teacher that is always shouting and insulting you in class in the name of making you grow, but that ended up limiting you. We want to see that. We want to find that. So that, Chiamaka, you need to mute yourself. Okay. Girls, just mute so that the noise from your background. Okay, good. Thank you. If you mute. Okay. So we want to identify this, okay? Now, when we do this, we already know the academic growth. We already know the subject. We already know the people who supported us and all of that. Now, let's come to our homework and the projects. The homework, the project, the assignments. Did you do those very well this school year? Could it be that you could have done better or your results would have been better if your homework and your schoolwork were done better? I need you to pay attention to that. If they were done better, could you have done well? Or is that the way that did you get support? Did you need support? Is that something about your homework that did not allow you, that you didn't do well? What stopped you from doing them well? That's what we're saying. What are the things that stopped you from putting and giving your best to your homework and things like that could have made you do better? I need you to pay attention to that. You're going to be paying attention to that. How can we start doing our homework this school year or in the next year so that we can achieve more in that area? We want to look at that also so that we know how to plan for the next school year. Okay? Did you always turn in your homework early? Are you amongst those that never turned it early? Did you always get into trouble? Did you always get into trouble for not doing your homework? Let's look at that. Did you live so far from school that you go home tired every day and you couldn't do? Let's see the things that hindered you from doing well in your extended learning, right? The learning after class when you moved home. What stopped you from doing well in that area? Is it you? Is it the gadgets at home? Whatever. Let's look at it together. I just wrote a book that says The Enemy Who Stole My Time and How I Can Get It Back. Amazing book. All right. In that book, we talked about the 10 enemies. Okay. We looked about Tega. It was Tega that was sharing his story in that book. And Tega looked at 10 enemies, 10 strong, powerful enemies that stopped him from being the best version of himself, right? Because he had just finished year 7 and he did terribly compared to what he was like when he was in year 6. And not just in his academics, in all areas of his life, right? He couldn't even make the football team. All of that discipline was zero. A lot was zero. And so Tega had to go back and start looking at the enemies that stole his time. Because the truth is, if you don't have control of your time, or you don't know, if you're not aware of your time, you see, we're coming back to being aware. So if you're not aware of your time and what you can do with your time, then you will lose it. And the moment you don't have time, you don't have anything. So Tega identified 10 of those enemies, right? And then he started dealing with the help, with support. That's what we're looking at here. We want to identify so that we can get the right support and we start dealing with all of these things so that they don't stop us anymore. Because if you're not doing well, it's because something is stopping you. It's not because you're not smart. You have it inside of you to be smart. All of you who are not turning on your camera, this is one of the enemies that Tega found out. He found out that his inability to follow instructions was one of the things that was hindering him. So you will come to my class and come and be doing anyhow. We don't turn your camera now. Turn on your camera, please, okay? So these are the issues. I didn't say turn off your volume. Just turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. Don't train yourself to be rebellious. These are the things. Even at home, your parents will say, do A, you do B. Your teachers will say, do A, you do B. That alone is enough to hinder you from achieving your full potential. If you can't turn on your camera for any reason, put it in the chat room. Let me know why you are not. If not, you tell me why you are in my class and you cannot follow simple instructions. All right, let me know before I tell admin to take you out of this room, because I don't want that you don't follow instructions. All right, so this is it. So we get that out of the way. So we get all our academics issues out of the way. Then we move to the next thing. Did you grow in other areas other than your academics? Did you grow in your personal development? Because your personal development is actually different from your academics. You can actually have all straight A's and you still don't know how to follow simple instructions. Turn on your camera. It's a problem. So you can have all the math sense and all of it, but you don't still know how to follow simple instruction. It means that you are not growing in the area of discipline. You're not growing in that area. You're not a disciplined person. You do not know how to follow instructions. You do not know how to, do you understand? Submit yourself to be accountable. The system says you need to be accountable by being in school at so and so time. If you don't show up at that time, you're not being accountable, because you understand. So these are the issues. Your personal development is how you move from someone who doesn't know when it is time to turn off the TV and go and study. So you're not growing in your personal development because you are not learning self-control. You are not learning how to, you're not learning discipline. You are not learning how to take a book and read it and finish it. Everything you touch your hands on, you will leave halfway. You start doing the dishes, you will wash 5. You will abandon them, you will go and watch TV. Meaning you have not grown in that area. You are still struggling. So you can come back with all the A's, but you still do not have self-control. You still do not have discipline. Okay? All right, don't send me a record. This session is recorded. You will get the recording, so you don't have to record, send requests for recording, okay? We have recording for you already. All right. So, yes. So basically, that's threw me off my train of thoughts. All right. So yes. So discipline, it's how you're growing, how you are building and growing in your self-development. How are you growing in other areas apart from your schoolwork? Do you read books? How much do you read? What kind of books are you reading? Are the only books that anyone can get you to read Duck Diary, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, in fact, Mallory Towers is even still okay. Duck Diary, are there only fiction books that people can get you to read? Remember, you're 9 to 13 in this room. So at this point, you should be able to read a book that will develop your mind. You should be able to read a book that will, when you're done reading the book, you will become better in certain areas. You should be able to read books that will help you grow in concepts, books that can teach you concepts. You are trying to learn how to spend money. You pick a book. I have a book. It's called Young and Money Smart. So that book doesn't necessarily have to be fiction story. It doesn't necessarily, although my books all have stories, but there are books that don't even have stories, right? I have Unlocking Excellence. That's a beautiful book that I have. I have Wisdom Stories for Champions now. So Some books, all my books have got stories because I'm a storyteller and I feel children learn best when they read books that have stories. But there are some books like Gifted Hands. There are other books that you can read that may not necessarily have stories like Mallory Towers and the rest of them. Are you in the place where you're reading those books yet? You should. You should read beyond just storybooks at 9, 10, because now you are growing. You should move to the next level. If your little brothers and sisters are only reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, what's his name? Horrid Henry, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Diary, all of those Diary, Wimpy. If that's all you're reading, you're wrong. We should be moving to the next level. You should read books that can allow you sit on the table with brilliant people and speak. Books that will help you sit in the company of kings and you have what to say. Books that will make you talk not just baby kind of conversations, but you begin to have meaningful conversations. Books that will help you learn concepts, meaning the concept of savings, the concept of wisdom, the concept of values, the concept of empathy, the concept of self-development, what do you call it? Organization that will help you learn other things apart from just, just laugh and get excited. Do you understand? So are you reading books? Are you reading books? Are you engaging in things that would develop your mind? Are you starting your own personal projects? Right. For instance, you can decide, I want to write a book, even if it means just, I want to write books. I love to write, so I'm going to write a book. I don't need to publish the books yet. I don't need to. I just take my time. I just spend my extra time, imagining things and putting my imagination into words. That's it. Are you building yourself in skilled areas? I mean, in other areas. So basically, what are you doing when it comes to developing yourself personally, apart from just, schoolwork? Do you belong to any mentorship group? Do you submit yourself to a mentor? And then for those of us who belong to one mentorship group or the other, whatever those mentorship groups are, what are you doing there? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Have you reached the point? Have you started journaling? Are you able to sit down and say, let me reflect on what my day was like, and actually journal, a private journal? And this is it. When you do that, you are bringing yourself to the place where you can do self-reflection. You can stop and ask yourself, what was my day like? What did I achieve today? Where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? What can I do tomorrow to be better than today? Oh, how did I get into trouble with mommy? What did I do that got me into trouble? Can I think about it? Oh, I was really wrong. Can I write her a note? Should I go and knock on the door and apologize? Not just, I'm sorry, mom. I know that doing A, B, C, D made you upset. I understand why you are upset. And I want you to know that I'm truly sorry about it. Even if your mom is Jezebel, when you speak like that, she will calm down. Even if your dad is the angriest man in the world, when you speak like that, they will calm down. So are you in that place where you understand that you can think and reflect? So that's what it does to you. When you're able to reflect, Hi guys, I'm so sorry I got thrown out. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see me and hear me now?
Yes, ma.
Thank you
Yes,
very
ma.
much. Sorry, I got thrown out. All right. So when you're able to, when you're growing in your personal life, your personal development, as I said, it's not schoolwork. It's now you growing as a person. You're growing in your mind. You're growing in the way you talk. You're growing in the way you speak to people, in the way you act towards people, all of that. So that's you growing. And books help us do this. All right. So this is why we have what we call the book challenge. All right. So I run a book challenge in August, right? From August 1st to the 30th. The book challenge is a time where we read books. But we don't just read books, we read books in fun ways. So we read books in fun ways using fun activities. And if you are up to 10 years old, you can still be a part of that challenge. So it's a good way to bounce back into reading and reading good books. So speak to your parents about it and join the book challenge. Okay, I'll speak to your parents about it too. Join the book challenge. It's starting on the 1st of August. We'll go August 1st to August 30th. And you will challenge yourself to the number of books that you want to read. And I'll be here as your umpire to make sure that you achieve. Our say book challenge. So he was in the book challenge last year. A lot of people were in the book challenge. So you should join the book challenge. We already have close to 100 people in that book challenge. So you should join the book challenge if you are up to 10. All right. All right. But if you're 11 and you're still struggling, come and join the book challenge also. All right. But basically, what I want you to do is I need you to start developing yourself, and reading books help you develop yourself. So part of what you're going to be doing this year is you're going to take record. You're going to take account of how much you are reading. So yes, as part of this, when you fill the form, when you feel the activity, this today's activities, when you fill the form, you are going to start recording. At the end of this school year in September, this time next year, when you come back for this class, you will have the number of books that you have read. I want you to be able to tell yourself, I read 20 books, 50 books, 100 books this year. At your age, for your books that are age appropriate for you, you should be able to read at least 2 books in a month. Yes, you should be able to read at least 2 books, at least I said 2 books in a month. Think about it. You read 2 books in a month, meaning at the end, all right, your mom just bought loads of books. Awesome. All right. So you can come to the book challenge and use the challenge to challenge yourself to read 10 of them, 15 of them. Some people actually say they'll read 12 books during the challenge and they achieve it. So it means that you're pushing yourself. All right. So read. We can't even talk. We can't we can't overemphasize reading of books. Now, let me tell you why it is important that you read books. Okay. Now, one of the biggest reasons why you have to read books is books actually open up your mind. There is a dimension of knowledge that you will not acquire until you start reading books outside your schoolwork. I repeat it. There is a level of knowledge that you will not acquire until you read books, not because you want to pass an exam, but because you want to have knowledge. So now when you're reading that book, you're reading it for knowledge, you're reading it for wisdom. You are not reading it because anyone will tell you to come and because you have to pass exams. So you're not reading it under duress. You're not reading it because, if I don't read it now, we fail. No, it's not exam. You're reading it for knowledge. So the more you get yourself to start reading books, the more you become someone who loves to read books. Do you know that for people who read, you see the same way you feel when you play video games? Those of you who love video games, you know how you play your games and you're excited. Do you know that that's the same excitement that people who love books get when they read books? The same way you have a box of pizza and you are excited, oh, pizza, pizza, pizza. It's the same kind of excitement that people who read books have when they read books. So what you're doing is you are training your pleasure center. There's a part of your brain that is your pleasure center. What you're doing is you are training what would excite your pleasure center. So the more you read books, the more books excite your pleasure center. So meaning that knowledge becomes a natural thing for you, or getting knowledge becomes a natural thing for you because it makes you excited. The reason you don't read books or you don't like books is because books don't excite you. And that's because you have not trained yourself through reading that books will excite you. So if your parents started early or you started early, because we're not putting this on your parents, you're old enough to start making those decisions on your own. So if you start now at age 9, 10, 11 to start reading books, I promise you, by the time you are 15, you will be in that place where books can actually trigger and actually excite your pleasure, can actually trigger pleasure for you. So you're reading a book and you are intent, as in you are genuinely happy that you are getting knowledge. Now, when you get to that point, I promise you, there is nothing that becomes difficult for you when it comes to knowledge. So meaning, even when you're reading your school books, you will get the pleasure from learning from that. So that's why you see some people are talking about intellectual things and they are talking about it with excitement. They are talking about things that are not movies. They are not talking about anime. They are not. Some of you cannot imagine it, that people talk about real things and they are happy. Because the only things that you do that makes you happy is TV and food. Games, TV, food. So you cannot imagine that someone is excited about learning. Do you know that you have friends and classmates who are really excited about learning? You see those people that are always tops in your class. Then some people have reached the point that you don't have to push them. You don't have to force them. You don't have to beat them. You don't have to do anything. They just love to learn for learning's sake. So that's what books do for you. When you get to the point, who needs to mute? Someone needs to mute. 11411. Sorry, you need to mute. Admin, can you mute this person for me? Admin, can you mute this person for me? 104-101. Okay. Thank you very much for muting. Okay. So that's what it is. But you need to start doing it. See the way I'm talking like this, as if I want to cry for you guys. Because I know a lot of you don't like to read. I am begging you. It's a passionate plea. I'm begging you. I am begging you. Start reading. And yes, if you're not there, so come to the book challenge. Come to the book challenge. Let us start together. Let us plant. Let us cultivate this right now. Come. Tell your parents to register you for the book challenge and come. Let's start there. Even for you who love to read book, come. Let's add excitement to your book reading. Okay? Come, let's add excitement to it. Guys. So that's it. We need to read books. If you're not reading, start reading right now. Read fiction books is okay, but also read other books that are not just fiction books, because we want wisdom, we want knowledge, we want depth. Okay? So books open your mind, as I said, and it gives you a dimension of learning that nothing else. As in, no, your teacher's just telling you TV that you're watching can never give you. Number two, when you read books, it takes you all around the world, to places, to environments, to cultures that you have not been or probably will not be for a long time. Books expose you to the world and expose you to so many things and so many areas that ordinarily you have not been or you will not go to. So that's what books do for you. All right. it opens you to doing well in school. When you read for leisure, you do well reading for leisure, you also do well in school, because now studying and reading and knowledge just is an exciting thing. It actually triggers your pleasure center. So now you're happy reading just as you are eating pizza or doing anything else. So you see this, okay? Now, when you also read books, it increases your vocabulary and it gives you a seat on the table of kings. See, you are in a generation where it is what you know. It is your knowledge that will set you apart. It is your knowledge that will make people listen to you. So you are in a place where your results will make us see you. But it is what you know and what you say out of your mouth that will make us listen to you. So yes, I passed, I came first, I have good results, I have a degree, people will see you. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the girl. But when you open your mouth, wow, and nonsense is coming from it, we move. There's nothing coming, nothing. It's just paper that you're carrying about. So your results will make us see you, but your wisdom and your knowledge that books give you will make us listen to you. So you want to sit in the company of kings and the company of great people. Then let the knowledge that you have, it's the knowledge that you have that will bring you to those places. I've wasted too much time here, so let's move. So we're going to look at your spiritual growth also. When I send you your form is going to look at your spiritual growth. Where have you grown? I mean, where did you start? At the beginning of this school year, were you someone that could pray? For those of you who are Muslims, did you pray on your own, or they have to beg you, wake you, follow you up every day for you to pray in the morning? Even for us, Christians, did you study the word? Do you pray? Do you do all of that? Or people are still begging you? You wake up in the morning and all you want to do this holiday is wake up, look for food, grab the remote control, and the rest is history. Is that you? Should I tell you one simple thing that you do when you don't have a prayer life? I'm going to take your questions. Just keep them, okay? Let me just rush and finish in the next 5 minutes, and I'll take your questions, okay? I'll take your question. Just hold on. Okay? Chamaka and the crew. Okay, so as I said, do you know what you say when you don't pray? What you say when you don't pray is simple. You are saying, I don't acknowledge that I'm not able to, as in, you're not acknowledging that I am here because of someone or something that is greater than me. So when you pray, it's you acknowledging that you see this morning that I woke up. I know that if it's not God, I won't be here. So how can you wake up and not say, and not pray or say thank you to God? The one that you know that is the reason why you are here in the first place. Imagine that your parents pay your school fees, they buy food, they do all of that, and every day you just wake up, you see your dad, you pass, you see your mom, you pass. You don't greet them. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then how do we have a life that we don't pray? How do you say thank you to God if you're not praying? Number two, how do you speak to God? You say God is your Father, is your Almighty, your Creator. Then how do you speak to your Almighty, the one that has the formula for your purpose, the one that created you for a reason? How would you know your purpose in this life if you are not making time to talk to God? I mean, is it not the person that manufactures a thing that knows how it works? The phones, the computer in your houses, I hope you know they came with a manual. Did you see a manual? Do you know that it came with a manual? Amar, carry this thing out of my face. Thank you. Do you know that all those things came with a manual? So it's the same way. God is your creator. And so God has a manual. It's God that has the manual for you. How would you know what God's plan for your life is if you are not praying? So we want you to look at your prayer life between last September and now. How has it grown? Have you learned new scripture verses, or you don't know nothing? Have you mastered your hadith or whatever, as in your what do you call it, in your Quran? Have you mastered the things? Have you gone through all of that? Whatever religion you are, do you know the things that you should know? How have you grown in that area? We want to look at it together. So you're going to fill that form and see. And so when you know where you are, then you know where you're going to. When you know where you are, then you know where you are going to, or you know how we can plan for where we're going to. All right. Now we will not come after about personal development. For those of you who have mentors, for those of you who belong to programs, how have you grown in those programs? How have you grown in your mentorship programs? Were you accountable this year? How many of the books did you read? Have you started journaling, or are you still writing 2 things on your journal? Today was good, today was great. Have you moved on to the point where you are accountable to yourself? Have you reached the point where you are documenting your journey and you understand that your journey is a process and it's important that you document it? Are you there? Have you grown in your personal development? For those of you who don't even have mentors, you don't have anybody apart from mommy and daddy, there's nobody that is adding to your life. You are missing. Because, as I said, there's a dimension of knowledge that you get only when you seek and you want more and you are learning. You can't see the world through your parents' eyes alone. So you need mentors. You need to grow. You need to be accountable. Some of you, if it's not your daddy or mommy, nobody can talk to you in this world. In fact, even your mommy, to even listen to your mommy is a problem. To listen to your mom is a problem. Some of you, to even listen to your parents is a problem. It's even only your teachers that you know that you can get into trouble with. And even that one is hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy because you know that, okay, I can get punished. It will affect this, it will affect that. So you are forming as if I listen to my teacher. You don't even. So meaning somewhere you have nobody that you can hold you accountable. You are like a jaguda. No. You need to be in systems where we can say move to the right, you move. Turn on your camera, you move. You know how to honor. When you honor the system, then you will honor your parents. Then you begin to learn discipline. Because that's what mentorship and these programs do. They teach you discipline. So if you're not in any, tell your parents, come to the mastermind. If you are not up to 10, if you are not more than 10. So the mastermind, we take only 5 to 10-year-olds. So come to the mastermind circle where we learn discipline. Because the discipline you learn today is what will make you a great person in 2 years. By the time you're a teenager, if you don't know discipline, you're already heading for disaster. Because it is discipline that makes you know that it's time to stop this and it's time to do that. It's discipline that makes you know that, oh, all my friends are dressing or they are doing like this. But this is not who we are. This is not the values that we have in our family. This is not who I am. This is not what I am taught in the mastermind circle. So for that reason, I am disciplined enough to like my friends, but not to do what they say we should do, because this is against my values. It is discipline that makes you stay on track even when it is difficult. If you don't have discipline, you will fall out of track. So it is time to get back to that place of discipline. It's time to get back to that place, and you need mentorship. So if you don't have one, get back. If you were in one, you have let go back. It's better that you are working in a system than you are working in none at all. Very important. Then the other area we're looking at is your talents. Your talents and your skills. Some of you, give me a second. Admin, if you can hear me, please, I need you. Come. All right? Some of us, talent. I was talking about talent. Some of us, we know, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. All right. So, as I was saying, now some of us have got talent. Some of you have got good ears for music. So you should be learning musical instruments. You should be training that voice. You have a voice that is good for music. You have ears for music. You sing and you can make melody on your own. Why don't you have a trainer? Why are you not a training system? Why are you not in a system that is training you? Why are you not honing that skill? This year, you will have to. So you feel that from the form tries to help you identify the talents and the superpowers that you have. Fill my form and identify your superpowers. Then let me know if your parents are not doing anything about it. That's why you should be in the mastermind, because in the mastermind, I will drag your parents and they will help you build that skill. Because part of your purpose in this life is to be fruitful, to multiply, to dominate, with the skill and the talent, or with the talent that you have, hone them into skills, become masters of those talents, and use it to bless and dominate the world. That is God's purpose for your life. So we need to start identifying what those skills and those gifts are that we have, so that you can now build them and begin to turn them into talent. So for some of you, your parents have already put you in places. How did you do? Have you grown? Did you move from point A to point B? Is it the same tone that you have been playing since September that you're still playing till now? Or have you moved? Have you increased? Are you better? So this is what we're looking at in that form. So we're going to look at all of this. Now we'll come back to home. In your home, where are you? Are you still struggling with making food for yourself to eat? You're 9, you're 10, you're 12. Are you hungry when there's no one to cook for you? Or are you in the place where you can never be hungry in your life? I want you to be in a place where in your life you can never be hungry. Provided there's food in that space, you can never be hungry. Meaning, if I'm hungry, I will fix myself. If I'm hungry, I will fix food for myself. In fact, you're 9, you're 10, you should be able to fix food for your mom and dad to eat also. So in your home development, in the kitchen, in your room, is your room still a wall front? They walk into your room like madness. Where are you? Are you in that space? Well, oh no, I know how to take care of my space now. I know how to put my things in the laundry basket. I know how to do my laundry. I know how to iron. Are you in that? Let's see where you are at, so that we can set goals for the next level. Okay, guys. So we're going to stop here today. So these are the things you will see in the form. When the form comes, I need you to fill them sincerely. Sincerely. Don't fill them with where you want to go to. Fill them first with where you are at right now. Let us see where you are at right now. It will help you. It will help your parents. Okay. And it will help us help you and your parents. Okay. So fill that form where you are at right now. We're back here tomorrow at the same time, and we're here for 1 hour again tomorrow. It's been exciting having you in this class. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for being such amazing audience. You just sat down for 1 whole hour, focus, paying attention, and taking notes. You should be proud of yourself. So give yourself a big hug. Huggy, huggy, huggy. Well done. Say well done to yourself. And say well done to the next person. You can unmute yourself and say well done, everybody, because you've all done a great job.
Well done, everyone.
Well done. Well done. All right, guys. So we're going to meet tomorrow again. I will send the scheme for tomorrow's class so that we know what to bring to the conversation. We will talk tomorrow. If you have questions, write them down. I don't want to keep you for too long. Good, well done. So if you have questions, write them down. I will allow you ask as soon as we come into tomorrow's class. We'll start by asking questions, and then we will take on what we have tomorrow. All right, guys. So well done. Tell your parents, come and join the book challenge, okay? And then yes, we're here waiting to accept you into the mastermind if you are in that space. Thank you. Bye. You can unmute yourself and say bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye. Love you. Bye.
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 Bye. Hiya. All right, I'm going off in 5, 4,